Long before guns, before cannons, warfare was decided by steel, iron, and brutal force. Today we rate counting down the 6 most lethal medieval weapons in history tools. That didn't just kill. They changed the battlefield forever. First up, the longsword. It was the iconic blade of medieval knights, a true symbol of their status and martial skill. Perfectly balanced for both speed and power, this weapon dominated close combat. It was versatile, capable of powerful cuts, devastating thrusts, and intricate defensive maneuvers. It was an extension of the warrior's will, a piece of deadly art. But while it was the most famous weapon of its time, was it truly the deadliest? Next, let's talk about the battle axe. This weapon was all about delivering bone-shattering force. With heavy, cleaving heads and razor-sharp edges, these weapons could split shields, dent helmets, and crush armor. While many people think of axes as clumsy or crude, they were actually strategic tools. Against an opponent encased in heavy plate mail, a sword might struggle to find a weak point, but the sheer impact of a battle axe could break bones right through the steel. It was a terrifyingly effective armor breaker. Then there's the English longbow, a weapon that completely rewrote the rules of engagement. At famous battles like Agincourt, the longbow proved its worth. Skilled archers, trained from a young age, could unleash a storm of arrows that could pierce armor from over 200 yards away. This was lethality without direct contact, a strategic game changer that allowed a smaller force to dominate a larger, heavily armored army from a distance. The sky would darken with arrows, raining down destruction before the enemy even got close. Moving back to close quarters combat, we have the mace. Its design was brutally simple, a weighted club, often with a flanged head, built for one purpose: to crush. Unlike a sword, a mace didn't need a sharp edge. It transferred all of its kinetic energy directly into the target, breaking bones and denting armor with horrifying efficiency. In the tight press of a melee, where swinging a long sword was difficult, the mace was terrifyingly effective, proving that sometimes blunt force is more reliable than a sharp edge. Now for a weapon that was a master of all trades, the halberd. It was a true hybrid weapon, combining the best parts of a spear, an axe, and a hook, all on one long pole. This versatility made it incredibly deadly. A soldier with a halberd could keep enemies at a distance with its spear point, deliver powerful chopping blows with the axe head, and even hook a knight off his horse. In formation, a wall of halberds was nearly impenetrable, making it one of the most effective infantry weapons ever devised. Finally, we have an evolution of the mace, the flang mace. Designers realized that by adding flanges or sharp ridges to the mace's head, they could concentrate the force of the impact into smaller points. This simple innovation made it far more effective at crushing plate armor than a standard smooth mace. The flanges acted like can openers against steel plate, turning an already brutal weapon into a truly terrifying armor killer. It was a prime example of how small design changes could dramatically increase a weapon's lethality. So there you have it, some of the most lethal weapons of the medieval age. Each was deadly in its own way, but what made them truly lethal wasn't just raw power, it was the strategy, training, and context in which they were used. Which weapon do you think was the most lethal of all? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And be sure to follow for more history that challenges what you think you know. Thanks for watching.